What's up, my peeps? Today I'm going to talk about the Donald Trump Michael Cohen saga that's going on right now. Basically, Donald Trump's lawyer snitched on him. All right, that's it in a nutshell. If you don't know the whole story, I'll just run through it quick because I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with what's going on, but I'll just brush through it. Okay, Donald Trump's lawyer. Donald Trump had a lawyer that handled like petty lawsuit cases for him. Okay, I guess when you get so much money in your life and you're like this billionaire guy, a lot of people like to sue you and try to get money out of you. And you get so rich that you can have a lawyer specifically for those type of cases. Okay, you really don't even have to see these people. You get a letter in the mail like, hey, you know what? You got my daughter pregnant, blah, 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 blah. From that one night stand that you had in Indiana, blah, 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 blah. I need X amount of money, child support, blah, 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 blah. That shit goes to that lawyer, okay? Michael Cohen was that lawyer that would get shit like that, okay? And the porn star shit came up. Donald Trump gave money to Michael Cohen to pay these girls, okay? Now, the tricky part of it is it may be campaign finance money. It might be money that comes out of the Trump campaign, and you can't do that, okay? That might be the thing that gets Trump fucked over, all right? And my whole thing with this, my opinion about this is I really don't give a fuck, okay? And the reason why I really don't give a fuck is because I don't think Trump is going to get impeached. I think that if there's a strong possibility that the Democrats can win the House, I don't see them winning the Senate, okay? They have to draw up an article of impeachment in the House. So if the Democrats get the blue wave going in the House, then yeah, I can see them drawing up an article of impeachment. But once they get to the Senate, I don't think it's going to make it. I don't think the Republican majority-led Senate is going to impeach Trump, okay? And this is what I'm going to hate about it, all right? I don't give a fuck about it right now, but it's going to be something that I hate later. And what I'm going to hate about it is this is going to make us relive the 2016 election all over again, okay? And what I mean by that is when the Senate kills this, when they don't grant impeachment, people who hate Trump are going to feel the same way they felt the day that he was elected. And people that love Trump are going to feel like they just won the fucking election again. Okay, because this can go either way. He could be booted out or he can stay, all right? It's basically the same thing in a way. It's apples and oranges, but it has a bottom line that's the same. Either you're here or you're not here, all right? And I think people will relive that, and it will be a lot of tension. And I think the tension is going to be worse than the day it was on election day. I think that the day that they reach a verdict of not impeaching him, it will feel like the day he won the election. All right. What I mean by the tension being worse is I think the after effect, all right, is going to be worse because what you had in the 2016 election was we don't know what this guy is capable of doing. Okay. We don't know what the fuck, how he's going to run this country. We don't know what policies he's going to push, okay? We don't know if he's going to be able to have nice relationships with other world leaders. It was a lot of questions, all right? We've had this guy for 2 years, so a lot of those questions have been answered. So we know what we're going to get, and we know what will continue when he doesn't get impeached, okay? And I think that tension is going to, the fact that you're reliving the 2016 election and you're going back to the things that made you angry for 2 years. You had this hope that he was going to be gone, but he's still here, and you still have to go through all the things that you hate about him for another 2 years, possibly another 6 years, okay? I think that it will be worse, all right? And this is not me I'm a liberal, but this is not my liberal bias saying this. This is just me putting myself in the shoes of a person that hates Trump. Okay, now I'm a person who don't like Trump. I'll admit that I don't like him, but there are people that fucking hate him. Like, I've never seen the type of hate like this before. Okay, I know people hated Obama. Like they hated Obama. They couldn't stand him, but I never really lived amongst those people. All right. I would see comments that they would make online, and I could see like how much they hated him. But me being a liberal guy, growing up in a liberal family, surrounded by liberal friends, okay, I see how they feel about him. I'm seeing this. I'm living through it. And a lot of these people think I don't hate him enough. All right. So they despise him. So I know that they're going to be very upset. All right. Very upset. And this is what I don't like about that. But like where I stand now, I really don't give a fuck. That's me getting ahead of myself. Me making a prediction basically that the tensions are gonna go up and we're gonna relive the 2016 election. That's my prediction. But right now, living in the present, where I stand now, I really don't give a fuck about it. It's entertaining to watch. It's entertaining to watch the people, become lawyers and constitutional experts, and it's like everybody got their law degree right now, So it's interesting to watch the people go back and forth about this. But at the same time, I think the bottom line is he's not going to get impeached. I think that it's not going to happen, not with this Senate. But this is the best case I've seen, presented to draw up impeachment and possibly have him impeached by the Senate. This is like the best case for it. Another thing that I would say about right now with how I'm feeling is I don't like how we instantly go into our corners. This is with every issue, but like there are certain issues that make hypocrisy shine like a fucking diamond, okay? It just shines brighter. And right now, man, like to watch how people react and immediately wave their team flag, it's like, how can you look at a crime, all right, and you try to make it partisan? This is what I mean about two tiers. One example I mean about two tiers of justice that we have. I was watching a segment with Sean Hannity, and he was giving his opinion on this situation right here. And he made an interesting statement in his rant when he said that the justice is different for you and me, Trump supporters. So he's saying that Trump supporters have a different tier. And he said two tiers of justice. He said that Trump supporters have their own tier. That's basically what he was saying. And then there's the liberals. All right. And that's so far from the truth. Okay. There is no two-tier system for Republicans and Democrats. All right. When you're looking at these elite people, Hillary Clinton and Trump, they're going to get it the same fucking way. All right. They're going to get their situations handled the same way. Us, we're going to get our situations handled differently. So when Sean Hannity comes out and says, you, me, he was talking about Hillary Clinton. He was giving up a scenario of some type of crime, or not a scenario, but he was giving a example of a crime that Hillary committed or supposedly committed. And he was saying that nothing happened to her. All right. But look at what's happening to Trump. And then he lumped himself and Trump supporters in there with Trump. It's a different system for us than it is for Hillary Clinton. And I guess supposedly he mean the rest of the liberals. Well, no. There's a different line of justice set up for you, Sean Hannity, and Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton than it is from Trump supporters who are citizens, Trump supporters and liberals who are citizens. We have a different level. And this is one of the tricks that I hate that is coming out with this story, is that they're making people feel like they're a part of this. Like, you know, Trump's case has something to do with them when it has nothing to do with your regular citizen. If Trump get impeached, you're still gonna live your life. If he doesn't, you're still gonna live your life. All right. It's basically ultimately up to you to make things happen for you. We can all group up and fight for certain, you know, different causes that affect us in the grand scheme of things. You know, like if your neighborhood is facing a lot of unemployment, if it's a lot of violence going on, if it's an AIDS outbreak or something of that nature, cancer, things like that. We all band together and we all get together and we fight for things like that. But what Trump is going through has nothing to do with that. All right. You can say that he's a person that stand up for some of the rights that you believe in. But if Trump gets impeached, Mike Pence is coming in there and he's pretty much in line with the same thing. And I'm not seeing you guys that are taking this personally, looking at it in that aspect. You guys are not looking at it like, well, my Second Amendment rights are going to go down the drain now that if Trump gets impeached. Because you know that's not the case. What you're upset about is your guy, the politician that you're crazy about might go down, and you feel like you're going to go down with him for some reason. And that segment that I watched with Sean Hannity gives me an idea of where that mindset comes from. Is he's really good with pushing this narrative that the people on the right have a different way of life. They're treated differently than liberals. And I don't want to feel like I try to remain objective. I don't want to act like sit here and attack the right. All right. I would have to watch some MSNBC tonight and see if they do the same thing. This is just something that I noticed last night. Okay. So don't get mad at me and think that I'm trying to throw you guys under the bus. I'm just saying that you guys are with you regular citizens. You guys are with us. You are not with Trump when it comes to criminal justice and how you will be treated in a court of law. All right. Don't let Sean Hannity fool you into thinking that there's a different line of justice and a different line of treatment or whatever because you're a Trump supporter. Everybody gets it. All right. Everybody gets it. I'm sure if I watch an MSNBC tonight, they'll be telling me how things are different for you being a liberal. You know, you can't do this when you're a liberal. You can't do that when you're a liberal. And it's like they're making it seem like we're all in line with each other. Like, you know, Hillary Clinton's shit has something to do with me. I will get the same treatment that Hillary Clinton get because we're both liberals. When hell no, I'm not about to get what she get. And you're not about to get what Trump gets. So that's another thing that I noticed that I'm hating about this is that Trump's case, this being highlighted, this guy taking this plea agreement and giving this confession. What I hate about this, how it's being spun, is that Trump being caught up in a legal matter has some type of effect on people who support him when it has nothing to do with you. And that just creates division. Because if I feel like what's happening to Trump can happen to me, you know, because I support him and because I'm a conservative, it's going to make me feel a certain type of way about liberals. Like, just a liberal that I meet at work or a liberal I see on the street, I'm going to feel like you're privileged, okay? You can do certain things that I can't do. Like we're living in two separate Americas or something, when that's not even true. Okay, so please don't let them spin that in your head that somehow Trump going through this is you're going through it too when you're not, all right? Like I said, if Trump gets impeached tonight, if he gets impeached tonight, you have a backup, okay? You got Mike Pence coming in, and he hasn't disagreed with anything the president said, has he? Okay, he's going to be running the country basically the same way. The only thing you're not going to get is mean tweets, all right? That's what you... He probably will still be tweeting, but he won't be tweeting as your president, okay? That's what you're going to lose. You're not going to lose any ground on the policies that they have been implementing since they've been in office. The show is going to go on, okay? So please don't take it like this has something to do with you when it doesn't. And I want to say this to liberals. You know, don't feel like you are, I don't know if this has been spent on MSNBC, but don't feel like when Hillary Clinton is going through any type of legal things that it has something to do with you. It doesn't. That's her. You know, that's on her. She needs to handle that. If she committed a crime, she needs to do some fucking time. If she didn't, then I hope she gets off. But it has nothing to do with me. Because if I do the same crime that Hillary did, I know I'm getting locked up like that. Okay, instantly. They taking my ass to jail without a shadow of a doubt. All right? And that's the same thing for you Trump supporters. You do the same shit that he do. Anything illegal that Trump does, your ass out of there. First and foremost, if you get caught with 2 fucking porn stars, your wife is going to divorce you. Melania ain't said nothing about leaving this guy right now. You know, so that kind of shows you another version of privilege that elite people have. Okay? She not about to leave him. Maybe it's because of the money. Maybe it's because she like being the first lady. Who knows, okay? I don't know what goes on. That's their personal life, and that's something I shouldn't even be talking about. But basically what I'm saying is that they're going to get treated differently than us. Do not let the media spin it to a story where, you know, we're all in line the same way because of a party affiliation. It's not like that. They're on their level. We're on our level. And I go back to my original point before I wrap this up. I really don't give a fuck about this, okay? I don't think Trump's going to get impeached with a majority Republican Senate. I don't think that that's going to happen. If in the midterms, if there's a blue wave with the House, I think that they will draw up an article of impeachment, okay? But I don't think that article, when it gets into the Senate, that it's going to uphold. I think that they're going to kill that, okay? Now, I do think that if Trump gets impeached, okay, if he does get impeached, it's going to be the same feeling that we had on election night, and the after effects is going to be worse. It's going to be more tension. That's my prediction for that, but I don't give a fuck about that. Sounds like I'm all over the place, right? But yes, I don't give a fuck about it now, and I don't want you guys being spun by the media to think that this somehow has something to do with you. We have our level of justice. We can't get away with the shit they get away with. So don't think that Trump or Clinton has anything to do with you. All right, guys. You guys have a good one. Get in the comment section. Tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Fact check some of the things I said because I go off the top of my head all the time. So I'm guaranteed to say something wrong. All right. So get in there and correct me. Also, if you agree with me and you want to add something to it to make me think deeper on it, get in there and say something. All right, guys. Peace.